What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. The other day we went ahead and did a Seattle Sonics expansion rebuild, and I told you guys in that video if you wanted to go ahead and see a 10-year Vegas rebuild, if you reached the light goal, you guys did reach it. So here I am today with that promise. So like I said, today we will be doing a Las Vegas expansion rebuild for 10 straight seasons. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like in this one and subscribe if you are new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. We're on the road to 40,000 subs right now, and your subscription would be greatly appreciated to help us with that goal. I went ahead and made this challenge even tougher today because I decided to not draft this time around. So when we did the Seattle rebuild, I went ahead and drafted, and I picked my player pool on who I wanted or whatever. Today, I will be looking at this team for my first time with you guys. I have no idea what this Las Vegas team looks like, so I'm curious to see how it's looking. So let's see if we have any guys we feel good about for the future, or if we're just absolutely in a terrible spot. So, moment of truth to start this 10-year rebuild. DeAndre Hunter, okay, I can work with that. Mike Conley, Marvin Bagley, Dylan Brooks, Gallinari, Pokusevski, Watford, Cameron Payne, Malik Beasley, Chris Duarte, Ty Jerome, Moses Moody, Chris Murray. That's not too bad. And then we drafted a really injured Montrezl Harrell as well. Okay, W. All right. It's not great. It's not great by any means. If I'm looking at any of these guys, the one guy that I feel like could maybe stay for a while is DeAndre Hunter. Maybe we could develop Moses Moody into something. I don't know, man. It's not great. I'm not going to lie. So, what are we going to run as a rotation to start this year? So, Conley will be the veteran point guard, which is fine. Malik Beasley right now is at the 2. But honestly, we're about to be so bad. We don't even have like a good center. I'm actually okay with just being bad right away, because that means we can get like a top pick in this upcoming draft, hopefully. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to throw Moses Moody in there right away. And I'm going to boost his shot tendency up like crazy, because I don't really have any guys I love that I'm going to try to keep. And we have Dylan Brooks' contract as well. Oh my word. Yeah, not a great start. So yeah, Moses Moody is a guy that I'm going to try to develop this year. We'll see if it works out for us. Shot tendency is probably super low, but we're going to just boost it up like crazy and hope it works out for us. So Moses Moody, it's at a 50. He's like the one guy I'm looking at and like, okay, maybe we could do something with him for the future. So I'm going to boost his shot tendency up to a 89. Even if it makes literally no sense, he'll have all the freedom in the world. I'm going to boost DeAndre Hunter's shot tendency as well, because literally we might as well at this point. And then Chris Murray, I mean, I could send him to the G League since he's a first-round pick, and maybe he could turn into something for us. So I'm going to have him go to the G League, and then I am going to have Mr. Moses Moody mentored by someone. So we'll just see if we can develop him as much as possible to be part of this team for the foreseeable future. So Mike Conley is a guy that is a veteran. Gallinari also could make some sense. I'm going to just go with Gallinari. So let's go ahead. Similar year number 1. This team is about to be absolutely terrible. It's about to be a bad team. Like, there's no way this team makes the playoffs, literally. So I'll see you guys at the end of year 1. It's going to be a rough season, but that's okay, because we're going to be building something special in these next 10 years. I promise you that. So at the end of year number 1, one thing we did get on this team is a most improved player from Trenton Watford. He was starting at center, which is something he should not be doing, but it is what it is. But like I said, first year didn't really matter that much. So I'm curious to see how Moses Moody did with all the freedom in the world. And only 15 points per game, 16 points per game. I mean, it's not bad. Efficiency wasn't great, but what did we expect? This team was going to be very bad to begin with. So let's see how these playoffs go. And obviously, the biggest step for us is going to be the draft lottery. That's going to start this rebuild for sure. Like, whoever we get in that draft lottery is going to be pretty important for the next 10 years. So we got the 76ers going on to be the Clippers in 5. And let's get straight to it, man. It's going to all come down to this. So draft lottery time. We need to put ourselves in a great position and also set ourselves up for the future. So let's see how this is going to go. We are projected the 3rd overall pick. The Sonics are right there with us as well. Via the Wizards, the Thunder have the #1 overall pick, which it's supposed to be protected, but it's probably going to go to the Thunder. I'm not even going to worry about it today. So let's go ahead and see if we get some luck here. And we are going to drop all the way to 6. Wow, that sucks. So we get the 6th overall pick. Not feeling great about it. Actually, the Wizards got to keep their pick, which is nice. So that's updated at least here. But yeah, pretty disappointed by that result. Getting the 6th overall pick doesn't feel great. And I mean, we could maybe try, like, who is number 1? So we got Rockets number 2, Spurs number 3, Hornets number 4. I mean, I was about to say maybe I could throw them DeAndre Hunter, try to move up in the draft, but whatever. I'll just leave it the way it is. As far as our head coach is concerned, I mean, I think we move on from Jake Thomas. We get ourselves a brand new head coach for the foreseeable future as well. Let's just clean house here. Not that any of these guys did anything wrong, but let's just, you know, start the 10-year process where we need to get guys we trust to come in here. So Monty Williams as a head coach for the future sounds great in my opinion. So just kidding. He's going to reject us because I don't have enough money to give him. So he's not coming over here, which sucks. Mo Williams is here. Don't know. Why does that name sound so familiar? Is that the Cavs? Mo Williams? Yeah, it might be. We got Guerrero, Will Hardy. Also, Will Hardy's another guy I do like. You know what? We'll go Will Hardy. He's done a great job in the Jazz. And then we'll also just fill the rest of this out. But I will see you guys on draft night with our selection at the 6th overall pick. Unfortunately, just not a ton of luck on our side. All right, let's jump straight into this draft. Let's see what the results are here. So the Wizards get Aaron Bradshaw. Okay, we got Isaiah Collier going number 2 to the Rockets. You're gonna have DJ Wagner to the Spurs. You got Hornets grabbing Buzelis. I would have been absolutely in love if he fell with me at 6. But Ron Holland, ooh, that would have been great too to get him. But at pick number 6, what do we got? So we got Stephon Castleton, Adam Mara, Justin Edwards, Zachary Satcher, Kyle Alexar. I think we go Stephon Castleton. I don't know anything about him, but apparently he's a 79 overall coming in right away. 25 points per game in college, 34 games played. That's a no-brainer pick in my opinion. We literally don't have anyone we're like excited about for the future, so no-brainer. And then we'll try to hit on a second-round pick, although it's usually pretty tough. So we'll go Skylar Clark and call it a day. So just like that, our 6th overall pick was a 77 overall, or 77. Sorry. So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about that selection. We got Skylar Clark as well in round 2. Player options, Chris Duarte, Moses Moody will bring them both back. And then qualifying offers, Alexej Pokusevski is a free agent. He's 22. I wouldn't mind bringing him back, but we'll see. Free agency, we got LeBron James, Kawhi, Paul George. I'm not going to go spending in free agency. I don't really think there's any point to that because we're just not really in position to be good. And the only free agent that I would be like really interested in is, of course, like a Tyrese Maxey. And we do have the cap space to throw at him. I guess we get Claxton as well if we want to go there. I mean, we do need a center. What am I talking about? Maybe we do go and sign a center real quick because we need one in the worst way possible. So we might go grab. I mean, we could technically play Bagley at the 5. I mean, we could go with that. We'll move into the 5 anyway because I don't like him at power forward to begin with. So I'm going to move him at center. If he starts, that's fine, but we'll see. So I could throw a bunch of money at Claxton. I could go that route. Do I want to go that route? That was the question. I'm feeling like no. We also have Okongwu, Mason Plumlee, Jalen Duren, Zach Collins, James Wiseman, Xavier Tillman, Pokusevski. We could always just bring back. I'm just not feeling the idea of going out there and signing a free agent. So I think I'm just going to go ahead. He's asking for $22 million, though. We'll probably get Pokusevski on his qualifying offer. We'll just go with that. So we're not going to sign a center free agency. We could sign Claxton. That'd be great. But I'm just going to sign a power forward to just start for this year. So Vanderbilt at 25 sounds pretty good to me. We have Baisley down the board. Washington is here. Even have Dini of Dio. We get to go flyer on him. But Jalen Smith, I'm fine with just, kind of tanking the lottery for like the first few years in this rebuild because we're just not in a rush, I feel like. So I'm just going to sign a guy to a 1-year deal and call it a day. So we're going to go and sign a Obi Toppin to like a 3-year deal. We're going to go ahead and commit some money to Obi Toppin. He'll be our starting power forward for 3 years unless we decide to trade him or whatever. So we'll go in that direction, and then we're just going to wait on Pokusevski and maybe Watford as well if he's restricted, but I doubt it. So we'll go with that, and we're going to suck next year, which I'm totally okay with. There's no rush in my opinion, so let's just make sure we get Pokusevski back so we have some 5 depth. He's back, and we're good. So player progression, does Moses Moody go up? He goes up to 75. Obi Toppin goes down. Pokusevski is up, and DeAndre Hunter is up. So not looking too bad. The main focus of this team is going to be this man right here, Stephon Castleton. There's really no one else I'm too concerned about on this roster. We're pretty much limited to one guy we have tunnel vision on right now, and that's Castleton. Everyone else is still very much eligible that I would trade them immediately if need be. So that's kind of where I'm at right now in this rebuild. And we could have rushed things and signed a free agent or whatever, but not really where I wanted to go with this. So let's see what rotation is going to look like going into this year. So they want to start Castleton. Pat Drum's our starting point guard. What a disaster of a roster right now, man. What an absolute disaster. The one thing I am going to do, though, is I am going to go ahead and boost or bring down Moses Moody's shot tendency because obviously I just boosted up like crazy last year because I wanted to be good. Castleton, I'm going to boost his up a little bit. I don't want like to rush his development by any means, but I definitely want him to take some shots this year. We're going to go ahead, similar to the end of this season, under Will Hardy. Will Hardy, I am promising you, I'm going to give you a good team eventually. But right now, I'm cool with just tanking. So at the end of year number 2, we do get Castleton making an all-rookie first team. He averaged 20 points per game as well, which is great to see. I will tell you, when we were bad, man. We were very bad. We went 16 or 18-64. So we were a terrible team. But let's go ahead and see who wins the championship real quick. I'm going to try to up the aggressiveness a little bit this offseason, but not too much. So don't expect us to make the playoffs again next year. I'm still in Operation Tank mode, especially since we're about to get to the draft class next offseason of like Cooper Flagg, Cameron Boozer. I think that's when we start to like really, you know, go for it. So right now, if we take a look into the draft lottery, we're going to be here again, hoping this time we can get some lottery luck. In this draft class, we're going to have guys like Ian Jackson. He would be great. Trey Johnson. Anybody would be great, honestly. We just need talent. We literally don't have a ton of talent whatsoever. So draft lottery time. Let's see how this is going to go for us. We do have the #1 best odds at getting the #1 overall pick. Now, do we stay into the top 3? I would love #1. Don't get me wrong. But we fall to 5. So our luck in the lottery is just not there. The Bulls get the #1 overall pick. So pretty disappointing. So lottery luck is not on our side once again. We're going to keep the coaching staff the same, other than we are going to fill this out a little bit. So we'll go Philip Swift, not to be confused with Taylor Swift, but we're going to go also grab a guard group if I can find one anywhere. Okay, so we got Tatum, not to be confused with Jason Tatum. And then, okay, I'm done. So I'll see you guys on draft night. Before we head into draft night, I want to see if there's any team willing to trade me like a late lottery pick for a DeAndre Hunter. I don't know if anybody's going to be willing to do it, but I would take it. I'm just saying. So Drummond in a first. I'd be cool with just getting a first for DeAndre Hunter in general. So I'm being offered Desmond Bane, and obviously that'd be awesome. He's already 27. I can actually pay Capella 1 year, $0 million somehow. I don't know how that works, but that's pretty insane to even look at. What am I looking at right now? Anyway, PJ Washington. Ooh, and a 2026 top 3 protected Hornets pick. That is looking pretty nice, not gonna lie. We might go that Hornets trade. That's the bet. Ooh, Xavier Booker. He just got drafted last year. Dallas gives up on him already. Ooh, I think we go this trade. I think we get this talent right here. We play him at center. I love sometimes he can develop into something really special for you. So you know what? I think that's the winner right now. We also get the 10th pick and a top 10 protected pick. That's looking pretty good as well. I'm not gonna lie, but it being top 10, if it was like an unprotected, I'm going with the Booker trade. I think it makes a lot of sense anyway. The Mavericks aren't trying to wait on another big man. They already have Derek Lively, so we do trade our 2nd round pick, but I'm cool with it. DeAndre Hunter goes to Dallas. We get Xavier Booker. I'm cool with that trade. So we get another young talent on this team. So that's another guy we're looking to build around with Castleton. So let's just see what else we can get in this draft, and then we'll go from here. So Harper goes 1. We got Isaiah going 2, if I'm saying that name right. Ian Jackson, was really hoping he'd fall to me, but no, I didn't get that lucky. He's Nasir Cunningham. So Trey Johnson, though, that's looking pretty good to me. I think that's a no-brainer. Trey Johnson, welcome to the team. That's another really good pick, and I'm feeling good now. We have 3 guys we're feeling really good about in this rebuild. He's up to an 8. We got the best player in the draft. I mean, you could say Ian Jackson is better, or they're literally the same overall. So what am I even trying to say? But welcome to the team, Trey Johnson. Feeling good about that. Chris Murray, Skylar Clark, and then qualifying offers. We could be an aggressive team in free agency. Moses Moody is up to a 75 overall, 13 points per game. I would love to bring him back. I will say that. Tyler Cook, I'm not too concerned about, but let's see. I know we need a center. I mean, we just got Booker though, actually. So now I think about it. So Booker, if we move into, yeah, we literally don't have a roster filled out at all. So if we move Booker to center, he stays the same. But we just kind of hope he progresses. So Trey Johnson, Castleton. I think we move Trey Johnson to the point guard spot. Or we could technically move Castleton to the 3 if we want to go that route. I'm going to move Castleton to the 3 because I don't believe in Dylan Brooks as my starter anyway. So Castleton will go to the 3. Trey Johnson will be our shooting guard. And then Obi Toppin right now is our power forward, and Booker is our center. All right. So point guard or our center. Of course, we could go out there and sign like a Jason Tatum. Evan Mobley. I mean, I'm going to throw some money at him, but I'm not expecting the Cavs to let me grab him. But we're still going to go ahead and offer something. Cade Cunningham, another guy that I would just absolutely love to bring into this team. But once again, probably not going to get that lucky. Josh Giddey is another one that I would absolutely love. Is there anybody else I'm looking to throw some money at? Because right now there's a lot of good options. Shingun is somebody I could probably get, but I'm just not sure I'm willing to throw that much money in Shingun. Right now, I'm feeling like we could almost get Josh Giddey. Or, yeah, I think Josh Giddey is it. I mean, we'll see. Jalen Green, I wouldn't mind doing that either. But we have Trey Johnson. So right now, we are going to see what... I mean, we can't sign all 3 of them, obviously. It looks like we can sign 2. I feel like we'll have more luck getting Josh Giddey than Evan Mobley, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Cade Cunningham, and yeah, they all 3 get matched. So we tried. None of them come over to the team. I don't want to renounce Moses Moody, though. I'm going to try to bring him back, so we'll just see what's left. Moses Moody, we're not going to renounce. We'll bring him back still, and then point guards that are available for us to sign. So we have, like, Cole Anthony. I actually wouldn't mind taking a flyer on Cole Anthony. We also have Bones Highland. Give me Cole Anthony. Why not? He's not somebody I get that often. I'm not going to commit to him that much. We're going to go with 1+1 on him. And then center position, we do have Xavier Booker, but I wouldn't mind like a veteran backup 5. Wiseman, I'm not looking to throw that much money at. Marvin Bagley, could just bring him back since he's familiar with the system. Or we can go like Tillman. We'll give him like a 2-year deal. Maybe go 1+1 again. So Tillman and Cole Anthony, I'd feel pretty good about those additions. Moses Moody, I don't know how much he's asking for, but let's see. And it doesn't even say we have his bird right, so I guess I can't really see. But I'm going to fill out the rest of this roster. I shouldn't be getting anything too crazy, and I will show you guys the rotation. We should get Moses Moody back, and then we'll just sign some depth pieces here and there. So Moses Moody comes back on his qualifying offer, and I was curious to see what progression would look like. So Brooks is up to an 80. Castleton is up to an 80. Moses Moody up to a 77. Chris Murray's up to a 76. So that's a really good thing to see. And Booker's up to a 75. So obviously, Trey Johnson, Castleton. We got Cole Anthony in free agency. We also signed, I showed you Tillman. We also signed Lyles and Jalen Noel. So nothing too crazy in free agency. I just wanted to give us some depth. But we have 3 guys we're committed to building around long term, which is what I wanted to kind of address going forward. Because at the very beginning, we pretty much had literally no one other than maybe you could say Moses Moody. But next year's draft class is going to be even better, as we know. It's the special draft class of Cooper Flagg, Cameron Boozer. Like, it's going to be a really, really good draft class to target. We've been in the lottery, and we may be in the lottery again this year, which I'd be totally okay with. So Cole Anthony, Trey Johnson, Dylan Brooks, Trey Lyles, Tillman, Castleton, Moses Moody. So obviously, immediately, I have a problem with what we're doing right now. So I am going to make sure that Mr. Dylan Brooks does not start and Mr. Tillman does not start. We are going to start the young guys. There's no reason to have these 2 start. So we're going to put forced non-starter, and we're going to go ahead and simulate this season and see what happens. So at the end of this season, Trey Johnson actually comes away with Rookie of the Year, which is awesome to see. But obviously, as you guys already know, Seattle's back, or Seattle's playoff team. We're still not. We're still a bad team. We're just not very good. And we finished up at 16 in the Eastern Conference. So not there yet, but you know what? I'm totally okay with this being another tanking year because, as we all know, that this draft class coming up, we get to add another one of those generational talents. We'll be set up pretty good for the future. So Trey Johnson, Booker averaging 17 is great to see. Castleton with 14 from Moses Moody, 13.5 from Cole Anthony, 6 assists, 11 from Chris Murray, 10 from Brooks, 9 from Trey Lyles, and 8 from Obi Toppin. So not too bad all around. Let's go on to see who wins the championship. Do we get Seattle coming out here and maybe making some noise? I'm curious to see what they look like right now because they were 1 game away from making it to the Western Conference Finals. They have Lonzo, Herb Jones, Ron Holland, Grant Williams, Okongwu. Okay, pretty good over there in Seattle, but you're going to have the Cavs and the Rockets, and you're going to have the Cavs going to win it all. So, a draft lottery that I really, really want to win. We didn't win the last 2 lotteries, but this one, I'm telling you, we can get a first or a second overall pick. That would absolutely make this rebuild and make my day. And we get 3. Okay, 3 is not the worst in the world. It could have been way worse. We have to hope one of the 3 drop to me. Now, I don't know if I will get that lucky. Maybe I make the move to trade up with the Pacers or something. We just like don't even chance it. We want to come away with one of those 2 guys. We'll see. I think we might have to do that. So let's go straight to the draft. Don't even have to fill out the coaching staff, which is great. So do we risk it for the biscuit or not? Let's see. Draft lottery. Or here we go. So mock drafts right now. So right now, they do have Cooper Flat or Cameron Boozer falling to us. We could come away with Bryce James. I don't want to risk it though, man. Harrington, like I mean, technically we need a point guard as well though. So like that wouldn't be the worst in the world, but I really want one of those 2 guys. 2K has, this one has Cooper Flag and Boozer going 1 and 2. I can't chance it. I can't chance it. I'm going to move up. I'm not even going to care about next year because I'm not looking to be a bad team next year. So I'm willing to trade my first round pick next year if it means moving up and getting one of these guys. So let's go talk to the Pacers. Now I'm going to try not to trade my first next year. But we're going to see. So if I were willing to throw you Obi Toppin, who is on your team in real life anyway. No, they say they can't even take him. Okay. What if I threw a 2027 top 5 protected pick your way and we come away with a second overall pick? Just swap picks. You get a first. They think they're a contender. Why do you think that? And I'll throw a second. Do we have to talk to the number 1 overall guy? Like, what are we doing here? Okay, they want another second. They'll give me a 2026 first as well. You know what? You got yourselves a deal. We can come away with one of the 2 guys. So Cooper Flag goes 1, and I'm totally okay with that because I got him in the Blazers video. So now we can take Cameron Boozer. I'm curious to see if I would have chanced it, how it would have went for me. I'm glad we didn't. We get our guy, and now we're set up big time. So Karen Boozer, power forward of the future. Literally could not go wrong there. Welcome to the Outlaws, my friend. So Cole Anthony, I'm going to decline it. Tillman, I'm going to accept. I'm going to move on from Cole Anthony. I'm going to try to see if there will be a better point guard to sign in free agency here long term, or a 2-guard. So move Trey Johnson around if we need to. So you have Steph and Dame. I'm not going to go for either of those guys, obviously, but we have Jalen Noel, we have Trey Johnson, we have Dylan Brooks, Castleton. I would love to dump Dylan Brooks here if I can as well, and we can move on from him. That would be fantastic. But how much money do we have right now? So Fred VanVleet, Davion Mitchell, Markelle Fultz, those are the guys we can afford right now. Cason Wallace is down here at $7 million. Bro, Cason Wallace would be absolutely amazing. At 22 years old, fits the timeline. What else do we have as far as? We have De'Aaron Fox. I might just go for a Cason Wallace and call it good. Walker Kessler is here as well. You'd love one of those guys, but Jaden Ivey, that's kind of fun as well, but he'll probably get matched, I assume. Kyrie, I'm not going to go for anything like that. De'Aaron Fox is interesting, but I'm going to go for Cason Wallace. He should not even be here. Now, we are going to chance not being able to bring him back, but getting him now and having him as a starting point guard for this team is just amazing. He fits the timeline perfectly, and he's still like really, the upside is just insane with him coming over. So we have Cason Wallace. We kind of have a full roster. I'm going to go sign a guard still. So Vassell, we have Reeves, we have Cam Thomas asking for a boatload of money. Really can't get there. I'm going to sign DeAnthony Melton as a veteran backup. Not going to make too much money either, so that's pretty good. And then Moses Moody. Do we have his bird rights this year? Are we going to be able to just sign him to a contract, or is it still not going to let me? I'm not sure. Bridges. Okay, Moses Moody asking for $17 million. I don't love it, but I'm still going to sign it to him. I'm still going to give him a contract. So we're going to go Moses Moody. Actually, we're going to try to make it even cheaper. So I'm going to go 13.5 over 4 years. And that will be our offseason. So I think there's a good chance we make the playoffs next year. I'm just saying. I think there's a good chance at it. We'll see if it does turn out that way. It kind of all depends on what progression looks like here. So we are going to have Clark coming back as qualifying offer. But Trey Johnson's up to an 84. Castleton's up to an 82. Cason Wallace is up to an 81. Moses Moody and Booker are still going up, which is great. And then everyone else is kind of staying the same. But that's fine. So I'm feeling good. Just got Cameron Boozer. We got Cason Wallace. We have a really young starting five that we should be absolutely excited and optimistic about. So we just got the 2026 draft class. Now we're headed straight to 2027 already. So we are just zooming through this rebuild. We have not made the playoffs once yet, but I'm hoping that this year that changes. I think there's a really good chance that okay, power ranking still ends at 30th. Maybe we're still too young and it's not there yet, but I'm gonna make a bet that we make the playoffs. I'm gonna make that bet. I might be wrong. Proficiency is still 3-star balance. Can we move this to a 3.5? We cannot. So we'll roll with it. Very young starting five. I think if they all develop very well together, we're going to be in a good spot, but we'll just see how this year goes and we'll live with the results. Back-to-back Rookie of the Years go to us with Cameron Boozer winning Rookie of the Year with 19 points per game. Trey Johnson got it last year, which is fantastic. I was a little wrong this year, I will say. Maybe I'm a year too early on our achievement of making the playoffs. We're not here yet. We're not even in the play-in yet, but here were your player stats for the season. So 19 for Cameron Boozer, 16 from Booker, 6 from Castleton, 16 from Moody, 15 from Trey Johnson, and 11 from Cason Wallace. Let's go ahead and see who wins the championship. So we still have not made the playoffs. I'm willing to bet, even though I just bet and lost, that we make it next year. This next year, as long as progression goes the way I think it will, there's no reason why we shouldn't. And I didn't trade my pick in this draft. I traded it in the 2027 draft. So I think we should be good. Although technically we're in the 2027 draft right now. You guys know we're just kind of behind because you get it. But we are projected the Pacers pick as well. I can't remember what the protections were on it. But hey, if we get some lottery luck, fall into that top 3, that'd be fantastic. But no, we get 8 and we also have 13 via the Pacers. So we have 2 lottery picks. We could add two more young players to this team. So we're just absolutely just building this team through the draft, and I am okay with that. So let's just keep it going. We get to add 2 rookies to this team. Dylan Brooks' contract is also going to be gone, which is also a plus. So let's just keep building, man, through the draft. I'm okay with it. So number 8, Marcus Johnson. I got him in the Blazers video, and he turned out to be an absolute backup stud. So that will be my pick here, and I'm going to go with that again. And then let's go with our next pick, and we have Almond. We have Mike Jones, Trey Nunn. I'm going to go Almond, 6'9", power forward. Bring him in. I don't know how good he is right away, but we'll take him. And now we have Marcus Johnson and Almond, both of them 78, 76, respectfully. So I'm feeling good about that. Player options, Castleton, Booker. Trey Johnson's up to an 85, I should say. Castleton's up to an 82, and Booker's up to a 78. So we bring all of them back. Cason Wallace is a free agent, and we get his qualifying offer, so we get to bring him back and I think we do bring him back. As long as he's not asking for too much money, we bring him back. Shea is here. That'd be wild. Luka is here. Could I sign like a Devin Booker? I could technically sign a free agent. Scoot is here. Scoot Henderson. Maxey is unrestricted now. Do I move on from Casey Wallace and grab Tyrese Maxey right now? I think we go that route. I mean, we want to make the playoffs. Although Casey Wallace is probably like 1,000 times cheaper. I don't know how much he's asking for. It depends. If he's asking for like 30 million, then we might as well just go sign another guy. 25 million. Yeah, he's not asking for much. Do we just sign Casey Wallace or do we go for it with Maxey right now? Oh, decisions. Vic is here. Luka obviously is a guaranteed go make the playoffs, but I want to keep someone who's relatively young. Maxey fits that bill. I'm also going to throw Scoot Henderson an offer. Why not? I don't know if we get him, but the Blazers do have a bunch of guards. Dame is a free agent here as well with them, though. Chet is here. Maxey is here. I know we can get Maxey, but I also kind of wanted to stay patient with Casey Wallace because I feel like Casey Wallace is kind of the defender we need. I'm going to stick with Wallace, and he's going to be pretty cheap as well. We're going to not... I'm going to see if the Blazers don't match Scoot. I mean, if we can get Scoot, I'm doing it, but they're going to match. So I'm going to stick with Casey Wallace. We could have went Maxey, but I think this is the better way to go about things. We get Casey Wallace for a lot cheaper. The team is going to get expensive eventually the further we get in this video. So I think this is the right decision. I think it is. So hopefully you guys agree with it. But 5 years... Can I go 5 years? No, I can only go 4 years, but... We're going to try to give him like, I mean, you really can't get a starting point guard for that much money. We're going to keep going. He's restricted, so we're going to be able to match. Hopefully no one gives him an offer though, and we can sign him as cheap as possible. So right now, we just kind of need a center and a forward. So we're going to sign, could go for Embiid and go crazy here if we wanted, but I'm going to sign, let's sign Tillman again. I mean, he just played, or we can go Isaiah Jackson. Let's give Isaiah Jackson a 1-year deal. Actually, we'll go 3. We'll go 3 years on Isaiah Jackson, be our 5 going forward, backup 5. So we'll sign him. And I'll still wait, of course, and then we'll sign a power forward here as well. So power forwards are going to bring in Aaron Gordon, Hendricks, Jared Vanderbilt, Jenkins. I'm trying to look for cheap guys. I'm not trying to commit too much money to bench guys. Nasir Little or JT Thor, Grant Williams. I'm going to go Nasir Little for 3 years as well, 4 years instead. So I'll have Nasir Little as depth piece, and then we'll sign Casey Wallace on day 12 to a really cheap contract to be our starting point guard for the next 4 years. And I think it's going to be like the perfect guy to have there. So I'm cool with it. So let's go to day 12. Or day 11 works for me as well. He should probably be as cheap. And then I see Anthony Black. That would be fun. But I'm just going to stick with Casey Wallace. So Casey Wallace, hopefully I don't regret this. I'm going 4 years. I'm going to go 17.5. And I think you really can't go wrong with that. So Wallace, welcome to the team. Very cheap contract for an 83 overall point guard, and Chris Murray should be back. Or no, he's not. Whatever. So player progression. Boosters up to an 86. Yeah, I mean, Casey Wallace is up to an 82. Booker's up 4 overalls. I mean, yeah, I have a good feeling about this team going into next year. So I have Moody. We got Marcus Johnson, Allman. I said we made the playoffs last year, but it didn't work out for me. I'm willing to go out on a limb again, even though there's no punishment for me saying this. I think this year we made the playoffs. Luka Doncic in Seattle ends up winning MVP for the Sonics, which is pretty cool to see. But the reason why we're pretty excited about this season is we didn't make the playoffs. We do get Marcus Johnson making all-rookie second team, but we did make the play-in, so I will take it. We're the 9th seed in this year's Eastern Conference. We finally took a little bit of a jump, although Booker's injured, and then Casey Wallace is also injured with a broken left leg, so that is pretty tough. But other than that, things are going pretty well if you really look at some things. So hopefully we can find a way to sneak past the Miami Heat here and get into these playoffs. Although the Miami Heat have Kevin Durant, Jimmy Butler, but they're starting a 69 overall Ryan Mutombo. Imagine their center is hurt. That's the reason. And no, they're just starting a 69 overall center. So, okay. I feel like we should be able to beat them. We are actually hurt as well, so we'll see what happens here. At least we don't really have a good center right now with Booker being hurt, but the Miami Heat might be taking care of us unless we come back at the very end and we are going. Oh, we almost did, but 138 to 128. So we technically has still not been in the playoffs. I'm pretty disappointed about that. Maybe next year. Maybe I just stop betting it. Joel Embiid is on the Mavericks, and you're gonna have the Mavericks go on to beat the Celtics in 7. So Joel Embiid gets a championship in Dallas. Got a bunch of retirements here, a lot of notable ones, but we're not in the lottery this year. I really don't care about the draft this year as the Nets get 2 and 3, which is pretty insane. But from Philly and Phoenix. But again, I don't really care about the lottery this year. Plus, our pick goes to the Pacers anyway, or to the. I mean, we're not in the lottery anyway, but I don't care about the draft, I should say. I'm going to move on from Will Hardy. Not that it was his fault by any means. But hey, if there's like a really good head coach out here and I can't pass up on it, I think we move on from Will Hardy and maybe just blame him for all of our issues. Although there's really not a good option here other than I saw Mo Williams at the top, and I mean his ratings are pretty good, and I guess he's Taylor Jenkins is also. I'm gonna go Taylor Jenkins. I don't get him ever, so we'll go Taylor Jenkins. He's hardly ever available, it feels like. I'll grab Grant Randolph, and then I think I will. We'll see if he accepts it, and then I'll fill the rest of this out, and I'll see you guys with some free agency decisions, because we're gonna have to re-sign some guys this offseason. We will be accepting Cameron Boozer and Trey Johnson's team options. That's a no-brainer, obviously. And then we're going to have Castleton and Booker both as free agents. Obviously, we want to bring both of them back. And then we'll go ahead and see if there's anyone else we need to try to bring back. So we have, yeah, it's just Castleton and Booker. And as you can tell, they're asking for a ton of money. And I knew that was going to happen, which is why I didn't really want to sign Maxey last year. So we got Wallace instead on a decent contract. Moses Moody, may have to move on from him eventually, although he's been a really good bench piece, but I'm just not sure we need his scoring. We'll see how much, how hard capped we get eventually, but don't think I have to worry about it right now, which is the good thing. They do say, hey, just renounce Castleton. I'm not going to do that. Makes literally no sense. So we're just going to wait till after moratorium that we can sign both of them. I might even wait till day 12. If they don't get offers, then I can sign them as cheap as possible on the last day. So if we're going to pencil in Castleton and Booker, we'll have a small forward, and then we'll have Isaiah Jackson's our backup 5. So we technically have a full rotation. Maybe I can get a different small forward as well. We can't go too crazy here because we obviously had some contracts to sign, but Amani Bates is here, 79 overall. That's just a little too much money for my liking. Isaac, we have Christian Brown. I'm going to go Christian Brown, 2 years. He's not even going to be, yeah, I think that's fine with me. So we'll go Christian Brown as depth. We're not going to renounce. I guess I have to. Oh, can I renounce these two? Okay, so I can renounce. Okay, I can renounce Melton and Scar Clark and get Christian Brown. So we wait on Castleton and Booker, sign them on the last day of free agency as cheap as we possibly can. The further you go into free agency, the more cheap the contract can get, which is why we're doing it this way. So I'm just kind of taking my time here. Okay, so I'm just going to do it on day 11 instead. So let's go ahead and offer those contracts. So Castleton going 5 years. We'll go 25 million. We'll also go flat rate. I mean, that's not too much money. He declines it. We'll try again. 5 years, 26, 20. We'll go 26 flat rate, and that's not a bad contract. Booker, man, 36 million for Booker is going to be pretty tough pill to swallow, but kind of where we're at. I don't think we can let him go, so I'm going to go 33.5, and we should get both of them to sign, I imagine. Okay, so both of them sign their contracts. We try to get them as cheap as we possibly could. We'll go with that. Player progression, I'm curious to see what this is going to look like. Hopefully it's looking great this year. So Boosters up to an 88, Trey Johnson 86, Castleton, Marcus Johnson, and Allman are both up, which is great. How much is Mr. Cooper Flagg? I was up to an 89, so he's right on par with our rookie Cameron Boozer, so that's great. All right, made the play-in last year. Can this year be the year we actually make the playoffs this time around? Can this be the year? I'm really hoping so. Play in, been in the lottery. It's just not been fun. We've been building this team up to this point. Proficiency with the new head coach in town is Taylor Jenkins. So with our new head coach, and hopefully injuries don't hit us too hard. Wallace, Trey Johnson, Castleton, Boozer, Booker, Marcus Johnson, Allman, Christian Brown, Nasir Little, Moses Moody. I might even go a 9-man rotation this year, and Moses Moody can just step in when he needs. I mean, him not playing is kind of weird with how much he's getting paid, but it is what it is. So we're going to roll with it. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully, make the playoffs. So at the end of this season, we finally made the playoffs. We barely sneak in there. And I'm going to be honest with you. At this point in time, I'm not trying to be a team that just barely makes it. I'm trying to be a top 3 seed in the East right now. I think we've put the team together to be something like that. Marcus Johnson is hurt, which isn't our starting point guard, which is great that it's not him. Xavier Booker right now is averaging 18 and 10 and 2 blocks. Castleton with 18, 24 from Cameron Boozer, 17 from Trey Johnson, 10 from Moses Moody, 9 from Christian Brown. So I'm just a little disappointed. 8 and 4 from Cason Wallace. Maybe Cason Wallace just, I mean, I like him a lot, but maybe we should have like boosted his, because right now I feel like what we need out of Cason Wallace is maybe more assists. I don't know. Things are just not clicking as much as I would have wanted them to be honest, I guess. So we get to play Orlando in round 1. Maybe in the playoffs, things just click on all cylinders and we go far. I'm looking at this Magic team, and I'm not too terrified. I don't think the team is that great that I'm looking at. I like my team a whole of a lot better, or a hell of a lot better. Let's just see how it goes, man. Game 1, Down 1-0. Game 2, we even it up 144 to 113, 33, 30 from Trey Johnson. So we get some valuable playoff experience, which is great. We are going to even it up. Game 5, this is a big one. Do we win it? We do. Game 6, yes, we're in the second round. Okay, may have sneaked in there, but hey, we made it to the second round, which is fantastic. And now for the Boston Celtics, who have Davion Mitchell. I actually like that pickup a lot. And they got Grant Williams back. They have JJ Starling. Pretty good team in Boston. I'm not sure if we can take them down. Seattle's the second seed on the other side of things. We'll see how it goes. Not feeling great about this one. Game 1, we're down 1-0. Cameron Boozer is also hurt, so we're probably screwed without him. Marcus Johnson's hurt. Brown's hurt. Yeah, I think without them, we're probably in a rough spot. And, I mean, we even it up. Or we win Game 3. Trey Johnson, Castleton. And we still have good players, but I think with Boozer being out, that just doesn't help anything. Is he back yet? Or are we still just absolutely chalked? And he's day to day. Maybe he comes back for Game 5 or Game 6. And maybe he's here for, or that was Game 5, sorry. Game 6, is he back? I mean, maybe we make a run here. So Game 6, Case Wallace is cold. Okay. I thought Case Wallace was the guy to roll forward with. And I'm kind of not feeling that way anymore. So I think even if we win a championship somehow this year, I think we're going to move on from him. We'll see, though. Game 6, let's see how it goes. So Game 6, Christian Brown is injured. Game 6 to even it up and go to a Game 7 here and try to fight for the Eastern Conference Finals. Let's see. And it's a close game, and we are going to sneak away with it. 25 from Castleton. Did we walk away with any injuries here? Marcus Johnson, he was already hurt, I believe, so it doesn't matter. But Game 7, going back to TD Garden. Can we escape with a victory here? Boston starts out on fire. We kind of start slow, but we're kind of sneaking back into it. We took the lead for a second. They take it right back. We take it back again. We do at the very end, and we are going to run away with it. So the regular season may not have treated us very well. But we have punched our ticket to the Eastern Conference Finals, and we get to play the Pacers. So the Pacers, they have Harrington. Wow, Harrington, Scotty Barnes. So, okay, I got to keep note of that. If we do like another 10-year rebuild, Harrington's really good as well. Like, I wanted the 2 forwards, but this guy ain't no slouch either. He's up to an 89 in his own respect. So I definitely got to keep that in mind going forward because I wasn't sure I wanted to draft him. Game 1, we're down 1-0 to the Pacers. Are we hurt right now? And Marcus Johnson the only one. So game 2, let's see if we can come out here and push the Pacers. Nope. Game 3, the Pacers are going to be a problem, man. They are an issue right now, and they're going to sweep us. So Indiana right now is a huge problem. Okay, made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. Now it's time to make big moves, I think. I think we trade some of our future assets. We go for it. I don't know who is... I mean, Casey Wallace, I think we move on from him 100,000%. I think it's time to pull the plug on him. I want to make it work, but it's just not doing it for me. So, draft lottery is not going to matter for us. We're about to make a big trade, I believe, if I can get it. 21st overall pick. The Jazz have number 1. At the staff signing, you're going to have everything filled out. We're going to fill these 3 spots out. And then I am going to attempt to make a trade for a point guard that makes a ton of sense here. So right now, my target is Isaiah Collier. I need a guy like Isaiah Collier who could come out here, average, 10 points per game and 12 assists. Similar to what Lonzo Ball can do for you sometimes in the simulation. Collier is younger. I mean, obviously, Lonzo is kind of old at this point. I have no idea what his status would be right now if he would even be available. But he's my target as an upgrade at that point. So the Rockets are contending right now. So the odds of them giving me Collier are pretty slim. We're still going to go ahead and try it. I'm going to throw a lot at them for Collier. I think he would be the perfect point guard to have on this team right now. So I'm going to throw them Casey Wallace. We're going to need $9 more million to match up in this trade, but that's fine. Isaiah Jackson wasn't even really playing for us last year. I'll trade my 21st pick. I'll trade my 2029 pick. What do you say? That was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Okay, maybe I don't even have to trade as much as I did. We have Collier. I think he's going to be the perfect fit. Get rid of Casey Wallace. And I am debating on maybe trading away Booker as well. We'll see. He's actually really good, don't get me wrong, and he's averaging 2 blocks. But I feel like we have enough scoring with the 3 guys in the middle that I think we could have like more of a role guy at the center position, if that makes sense. So the guy that immediately came to mind and I would love on the team is Evan Mobley, but that's probably a dream scenario. I don't think I'll be able to get him, but that'd be awesome. We can get like an Evan Mobley right now. I would absolutely love that. So Trey Johnson's a no-brainer. We re-sign him. Jalen Duren is in free agency. He's another guy that would be fine. But player finder right now, let's go center. So center right now, Victor Wembanyama. What is he doing? 23 points, 14. I mean, if we can get Vic on this team, Chet Holmgren, also another guy that I think would be incredible. Let's see what, are any of these guys even available? That's the question, because we're getting towards the stretch where we need it, because right now Indiana is looking like a team that's going to be, well, I mean, they have some free agents to worry about, I guess. But last year, they were pretty damn good on paper. So centers that I would love to bring in. Vic, he's untouchable, of course. Chet isn't untouchable, but we just gave up a lot of assets for Collier. Maybe not a lot, but we did give up some. Shagun's up to a 91. Gafford, Randall, and then what is Mobley? Where's Evan Mobley? He's probably a free agent right now, or did he sign somewhere else? Is Mobley gone? He's not on the Cavs anymore? Okay, I don't know where he's at. I might have seen him already, just didn't realize it. Walker Kessler also kind of strikes me as that guy. 88 overall. Maybe we go Walker Kessler. I wouldn't mind that either. So Zion Williamson, Jokic, Booker. Okay. I think I'm going to see where Mobley is first, because I didn't even see him. Maybe he's a free agent right now. So Mobley, I didn't even see him. Mobley is on, he's a free agent. Okay, so the odds of us being able to get him are very slim. All right, we're going to throw all of our eggs at Walker Kessler. I just think at this point, having a guy that just doesn't score a lot and just gets a bunch of, well, his stats aren't even that impressive. Booker might just be the better. I mean, do we go for Walker Kessler? I mean, Booker, I just feel like we don't really need his scoring. We have the 3 scorers with Boozer, Castleton, and Trey Johnson. I think Booker is just overkill at the center spot. You know, you obviously want guys that can score, but just feels like this might be the right move to make. I don't know. And I don't even know how much Booker is going to progress. I don't want to give up too much for Kessler. I'll throw my seconds, and if they say no, okay. We got Walker Kessler. Was that the right move? I'm not sure, but that makes this way better. I'll regret it if Booker somehow jumps up to an 88 overall, then I'll feel stupid, but whatever. So Trey Johnson, we're going to go ahead. Well, we got to wait on that, but we're going to sign Trey Johnson immediately when we can, obviously. So I'm assuming he has an offer eventually, so I'm just going to sign him first day. Well, we could wait. Maybe I'll go the waiting method still. So Johnson, Collier, Moses Moody, Castleton, Christian Brown, Kevin Boozer, Allman, and then we still need a center. So we're going to go for a center in free agency. We have Trent Wofford, Tillman. Tillman once upon a time played for us. I'll go for him. 2 years, pretty cheap. We'll go for him. And then Trey Johnson, we'll wait and we'll re-sign him. But I'm feeling good. We made 2 trades for guys that I think fit what we needed around our 3 guys that score the basketball. I feel like the other 2 just weren't getting it done. Booker was, don't get me wrong, and I might regret that trade, but it's just my gut feeling that this was the right way to go about things. Mobley would have been a dream scenario. Right now, he's not getting any good offers, man. That would be awesome to get Mobley right now. Okay, Trey Johnson. Got to sign him to his deal now. So view offers. He's got literally nothing, so he should sign. So 5 years. We'll go 30 million. Flat rate. We call it a day. You come back. Let's go. Trey Johnson, welcome to the team. So Trey Johnson's back, and that will be. So Boozer's up to 89. Collier's up to 86. Marcus Johnson up to 84. So we already have a guard. And then Allman, Tillman is down. Okay. What is Xavier Booker right now? If he went up to like an 88, I'm going to feel very upset. He's up to an 85. Okay. Nah. Yeah, that's pretty good progression. Maybe that trade wasn't worth it. I don't know. Hopefully it works out for us. This is the route I decided to go with. We'll see if it pays off. Well, Harrington comes out and wins MVP for the Pacers. Shout out to him. Madden Hill, not to be confused with Madden 24 coming out soon. Isaac Hayes, 6th man of the year. Victor Wembanyama, defensive player. Mike Jones, most improved. And then Billy Donovan, coach. Why did I want to say like Mike Jones, like the way the rapper used to say it? If you know, you know, I guess. But regardless, we made the playoffs. We're the 3rd seed in the East this time. So we get to play Boston, who we were able to beat last year. We do have an injury and with Castleton. He's out 68 weeks. That's tough, man. Needed him right now. Trey Johnson, 19 points. Collier, 12 and 10. Marcus Johnson with 11.5, up to an 85. He's an absolute steal in that draft. Just absolutely insane. Walker Kessler, 10 and 13 and 3. This is what I meant by going for Collier, who is out there just averaging double-digit assists, and Walker Kessler just out there being a lob target, a threat out there, 3 blocks per game. This is why we wanted Walker Kessler. This is why. So, does it pay off, the moves that we made? Now, it really sucks we do not have Castleton healthy right now, but I think it's going to be okay still. The Celtics don't have Tatum anymore. Instead, they have Asar Thompson, Jalen Green, Augustine Ball. This team doesn't scare me at the least bit. We were able to beat them last year when they had Tatum, so hopefully we just do it again, and we are going to beat them in 6. Okay, now we run into the Pacers, who were the threat last year, and we made the moves to try to get better than them. Now, the problem is we aren't fully healthy. That's our issue. And the Pacers, on the other hand, they look pretty healthy to me. So we're in for it. So how close is Castleton? He is still out 4 to 6 weeks. That is going to be a big problem. But here goes nothing. Game 1, 117 and 109, 43 and 12. Marcus Johnson 23 and 14 in that game. Game 2, 2-0. Game 3, the Pacers, they're an issue right now. They are a problem, man. Man, Castleton, if we had you, the Hawks actually beat them though. I mean, they're beatable, clearly. But the Pacers right now are our biggest enemy. So we have what, like, we have 3 more years, I think, of this rebuild to try to get this figured out. If we can just get Dame retires to Tim Wolf, that is a crime. We need him to retire a Blazer. But we got 3 years to figure this thing out, man. So we got to figure out how we're going to find a way to beat this Pacers team and get a championship before this video is all said and done, because we've been building and we have not won anything. Just haven't. We made the playoffs, got these conference finals, but other than that, we haven't even made it to the finals once. So we are just, I'm pretty disappointed so far. I'll just say that. So let's go straight to player options and let's just see what we got to deal with here. So, and then we'll go from there. So player options, we got Kessler declining, Johnson, Allman, we'll bring both back. Marcus Johnson off the bench having 11.5 and 7. I definitely need to maybe in the future give him like a full-time role. But qualifying offers Boozer, obviously that's a must re-sign, no brainer there. Free agency. All right, so free agency. Harrington is a free agent. Maybe the Pacers get unlucky and lose him. That would be my like only hope right now. But Kessler, Moses, Moody, I think we bring all 3 back if possible. We'll see if that will be possible. So Kessler, I'm going to go ahead and give it a contract to. Moody, I'm going to bring back as well. He's been able to stay through it since the very beginning. So shout out to Moses Moody. So we're going to sign those 2 back. And then Cameron Boozer, I mean, once he gets an offer, we match it. No brainer. So Boozer, welcome back. So we got all 3 of them back. We're pretty expensive at this point. There's no surprise by that. I'm going to bring back Christian Brown since he just played with us last year. And then we'll just sign whatever else we can. So what else do we need? So we got a backup point guard, backup 2, backup 3, backup 4, and a backup 5. So I don't love my backup 5. So maybe I go like Zach Collins, get some more depth there, get some more rebound, linked, whatever. And then maybe bring Mr. Dylan Brooks back to the team. I'll go Kobe White on a minimum. And then I'll sign Lonnie Walker on a minimum. So I'll call that. All right. Those are our last 2 signings in free agency. All right, we're going into next year. We got 3 more years, I believe, to figure this thing out. We're going to be going into the year 2030. This rebuild ends in 2032. So what? We have 2 or 3 more years, I believe. So Cameron Boozer, Collier, Johnson, and then Walker Kessler still in 88. I'm still going to go check on Booker because I just still don't know if I regret trading him. He's up to an 86, so still Kessler is better than him overall wise, and I just thought he fit the role better. So let's go ahead. So this next season, did the Pacers... Ooh, I got to see if the Pacers lost Harrington real quick. We're at the point where I just have to start out-generating rookies because if anyone has a 2031 draft class, they're a psychopath. I will say that. But let's see. They did not. They still have them. So they are still going to be an issue. Once again, Harrington wins MVP. I'm starting to regret that draft night decision I made with the Pacers. I should have just drafted Harrington and called it a day. I didn't realize he was that good. I am sleeping, I guess. That is my bad. And I will take note of that for future videos. But Cameron Boozer makes an All-NBA second team. I haven't even been really looking at All-NBA teams. So how much has he made? He's made 2. Okay, actually 3. Yeah, 3 All-NBA teams. So shout out to him. Regardless, though, we're in the playoffs again, as expected. I mean, we're a playoff team at this point each and every year. But hey, if we get past the Celtics again, we get to draw the Pacers immediately. Now, we are healthy this time around. Castleton is healthy, so maybe that's going to make a huge difference. We shall see. But let's see if we can take care of the Celtics for the 3rd year in a row. So they have Eduardo Klafke. I don't know if I even said that name right. I still think we're better than the Celtics. I'm not sweating them right now, and we are going to beat them in 5. Okay, time to play the Pacers again. Harrington, you're OP at this point, man. You just are. Boozer is an 91 while you're a 94. We made that draft night trade with the Pacers, and I will say they won that trade. They did. So here goes nothing. Game 1. We're up 1-0 this time. 106-95. Are we healthy, though, is the question. Allman's still hurt, but that was how it was before. Game 2. 2-0. 130-118. 42-11 from Cameron Boozer. This time, things are going our way. Do we go up 3-0? I was about to say there's no way, right? Game 4. 3-1. Do we beat the Pacers and finally get past them? No. Game 6. We win it. No, going to game 7. Of course we go to... Why is 2K getting my hopes up? Okay. Game 7. In Indiana. Let's win it. Come out here and win this game and get us to the East Conference Finals. Get past the best team in the East right now. We're running away with it. Just keep the lead. Just keep the lead. And we are going to beat them. Let's go, man. We finally did it. Okay. 3rd time is a charm, but Atlanta beat them last year. So we're not out of the clear yet. They have Daniel, Holloway, Cunningham, TJ Crab, DeAndre Ayton, Markkanen. How does this team, and they may have looked different last year, but I'm not sure how this team beat. Holloway looks like a freaking, what is, dude, what am I looking at? That he looks crazy. I'll just say that. He looks like a wrestler. But regardless, I think we beat them easily. I might be wrong. It's even serious. Oh, we got hurt. Trey Johnson and Collier. Oh no, Collier's back. Trey Johnson's 1 to 2 weeks. Okay. Don't feel great about that, but whatever. Simcasts. Let's see if we can come out here and win game 5. We're gonna beat the Pacers, who I thought was the dog to beat, and now we get to play the Hawks. So even that sucks. Okay, game 6. We're not done yet. Trey Johnson is still playing. He's still playing through the shin splits. So we'll see how game 6 goes for us. If we can force the game 7, or yeah, force the game 7, it'll be all handy dandy. So looking good as long as we don't give up a lead, and we are going to beat them in game 6. Okay. Game 7 to get us to the NBA Finals for the first time in this video. Can we do it? This is the second time we've been in the East Conference Finals, I believe, and the Hawks might be running away with it unless we take it at the very end. We take it at the very end. We're going to fall short to the Hawks, man. Not there yet. One game away, Grizzlies, Hawks, and the Hawks going to win it all. I don't know how that team beat us with a 68 starting point guard and a 7. Is Nasir Cunningham just him? I guess, like, is he that guy? What is he doing right now? 20. I don't get it, man. I don't know how he lost to this team. This team is not that good. But we lost, and we got to take our L. We got 2 more cracks at this to try to bring a championship. At least one. That's all I'm asking for. Marcus Johnson and Allman are asking for crazy bags, and I don't think there's literally any way we're going to be able to sign them both to that. So the only thing we can really do is have them both come back in their qualifying offer. At this point, I'm wanting one championship. That's all I want. So if we can bring them back both in their qualifying offer and get this one championship run, that's what will pay off for me. That is where I'm at with this. So we probably should sign another good player. I see Gary Trent, and he's asking for $6 million. I'm gonna give him a deal. I don't even know if we need a shooting guard, but I'm gonna bring him anyway. He's good depth. So yeah, I think we obviously can't sign these guys to long-term deals, but Allman, Marcus Johnson, they're great depth at this point. So both of them back to qualifying offer. We lose them next year probably, but we'll at least have them this year for the run. So Bron and Gary Trent, Zach Collins is down in overall, but one more season to do this, man. One more season. Actually, 2 more. Sorry, we got this season and then the next one. So here we go. 1 game away from making the finals last year. I just want to make one chance at going out there and getting it done, man. One shot at it. So 4.5 proficiency under Taylor Jenkins. Let's see how it goes, man. So this season, we actually got Coach of the Year under Taylor Jenkins, 65 and 17. Harrington makes an All-NBA first team, so he's on the Rockets now. Okay, he's in the West. We don't have to worry about him anymore, but the Hawks are still a problem, I guess. But the Pacers got Scoop, so I don't know if anything changes. Karen Boozer, I don't think made it this year, unless if I just missed his name. Yeah, so we're the first seed in the East, though. We'll see how this. Pacers are in the plan. I swear, if I have to play the Pacers around 1, I might be absolutely mauled. But Collier's hurt. How? Day-to-day. Okay, he should be back. Let's go. So we're fully healthy going into things. We get Orlando instead of the Pacers. But the Orlando Magic have Luka. We'll see how this goes. They have Bam and Adamara as well. Collier is still day-to-day. He should be back, though. Game 1, 1-0. Game 2, put it up. Please don't lose to Luka in round 1. I am going to be absolutely mauled. Okay. Think we got it. Beat them 5. Take care of business. Let's go. Okay. Second round, going up against the Nets. Are we still healthy? Yes, still fully healthy at this point. Marcus Johnson. Oh, yeah, even with Collier hurt, we have an 88 Marcus Johnson. Now, we're probably going to lose him in the offseason because there's literally no way we can re-sign him and Almond as well. Like, it's just going to be really tough. So, we might have to just try without them next year. But if we can get this one this year with them on the team, I think that'd be absolutely great. The Nets, who are even playing right now? I didn't even look. Isaac Hayes, not Killian Hayes. Isaac Hayes. Mikal Bridges is still in net, and then they got Jabari, DeAndre Jordan Jr., Peyton Kemp. Okay, pretty interesting team. Game 3. Bro, we're going to lose in round 2. Please don't. Game 5. Okay, game 6. Come on. No, game 7. Castleton is injured. Of course there's an injury. Why wouldn't there be? He is 1 to 2 weeks. Shin splints again. Okay, love to see it. Game 7, though. Please do not lose to the Nets. Please. I don't even think the Nets are that scary. We've gone 10 years and not gotten to the finals. It's poverty at this point. Atlanta, Brooklyn. Bro, Brooklyn did not even look that intimidating. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like, Bridges, Atlanta, what is Atlanta looking like? Kyra Lewis, they got at least better guards this year. We got one more shot at this, man. Literally one more year to get it done. Nasir Cunningham, I think we got to make changes, right? I mean, we're going to lose our depth this offseason. Like, some of our depth is going away, guaranteed. We fired Taylor Jenkins as he's the problem. We went as the first seed, got limited bounce. We got to try. This last year, we got to just go all in, man. I don't know how we do it, but we got to try. Will Hardy, I'm going Taylor Jenkins still. Let's bring him back. I'll fill out this coaching staff, and then maybe we make like some big trade because we got to do something. I can't not win a championship in today's video. So I think to end off this video, like I said, we needed to go for. We're going to be making a trade with the Phoenix Suns. We get Shaedon Sharpe and also the 12th overall pick. Now, Castleton, of course, is our small forward, and I feel bad for trading him away, but we get an 89 overall Shaedon Sharpe to end off this video. We're going for it, man. We got to win a championship, so we're doing this trade, not even thinking twice. So Shaedon Sharpe is going to play the 3 for us. He's not, I don't like him at the 3. He's literally 6'4", but at this point, it is what it is. Trey Johnson is 6'4" as well, so we're not, we could maybe trade Trey Johnson and find a forward for him if that we wanted to go maybe in that direction. I mean, if there's a good forward offered to me, go Pete, Asa, Robert Williams, Herb Jones, Markkinen, Booker. We can bring him back. What else? Freddie Doyle. I'm going to keep looking. Proctor, Castleton, bring him right back. Koa Pete. So Koa Pete's the best offer. 16 points. Trey Johnson, 18 points. They're pretty similar. I don't know if it matters too much. I mean, maybe if we, what if we did the 12th overall pick? I forgot I even got that in the trade. So Asa is averaging 21. Okay. We can trade Trey Johnson for Asa. That might be the trade, and we just go for it, man. At this point, I think we just try to make something happen. So I'm going to do the trade. We get Asa Newell on the team. I love Trey Johnson for this roster, but we're just trying anything. So Boozer, if we move to the 3, he stays, and then Asa stays the same. So we'll move Asa to the 3, if I'm even saying his name right at this point. So we're going to lose some guys in free agency. That's to be expected. We kind of knew that. But player options, we're going to have nothing there. Qualifying offers. Maybe I can still sign them. I have no idea. Latrell Allman is a free. I don't know why we don't have an offer on a restricted free agency offer on Marcus Johnson, but whatever. 41 million. Can I even sign her that? Yeah, we don't have enough money. So we're losing both of them, which sucks. Okay. So we just got to focus on getting. We have a good starting 5. We have Moses Moody, who's hurt right now. Man, this depth is depleted. Yeah, I think our best chance to win was last year. So this year, we're just going to have to do our best. Blake Wesley, I'm going to sign. We're going to sign Ian Jackson, I guess, or Isaiah Jackson, sorry. So I'm going to sign Wesley and Isaiah Jackson, and I would love Johnson and Allman back. But actually, we might be getting Allman. We might be able to get Allman back because he got in a qualifying offer again. So might be able to bring him back, which is going to be great as long as no one gives him an offer because we're not going to be able to match it at all. But we'll see. I'm going to sign another forward. And then Bilal Coulibaly is here. I'm going to sign him to a minimum. And we're also going to sign City Sissoko as well. Why not? So this is our last dish effort at making it happen. City is here. And then I said I was going to move. We can move Bilal to the 3. He's up to a 78. Okay. All right, so we'll see if we get Allman back, and then we'll go from there. So if Allman comes back as qualifying offer and we have him for this year, that would be just great depth off the bench. We made a couple new trades, new faces in here. Is it going to make a difference? We shall see. I mean, if we can win a championship at the very... Okay, Allman doesn't come back as a qualifying offer. So Shaedon Sharpe is down, Walker Kessler is down, Isaiah Collier is up, Boozer is down. So yeah, I don't know, man. We're going to go into this season, and we're going to just hope for the best. Last chance, last dance, whatever you want to say. Let's win. That's all I got to ask, 2K. Let me get this championship, bro. I've been so close, yet so far have not made it to the finals once in this video. Grab Shaedon Sharpe. We have Cameron Boozer still, Kessler, Moses Moody. The bench sucks, but it is what it is. Let's see if we can make it happen. So once again, we get the first seed in the East. We've gotten the first seed of the last 3 years, and it's meant absolutely nothing. So we are on the clock. It is the buzzer beater right now. We got to find a way at this very end point to bring this home, man. Are we going to be able to do it? Cameron Boozer only played 58 games this year. So here we go, man. Milwaukee in round 1. They have Dyson Daniels, Cameron Whitmore, Anthony Black, I'm not scared of this team. They also have Trey Johnson we made a trade with. So Trey Johnson He gets revenge here. We get bounced by an 8th seed. I might just absolutely just kick everything in this room. But I thought they were about to come back, but they didn't. Okay. Philadelphia. Did we get hurt in that series? Please say no. Please say no. Collier's hurt. 4 to 6 weeks. You can't make this up. So who's starting on point guard right now? Blake Wesley. All right. Philadelphia. They got Cam Taylor, Mercer, Koa Pete, Paulo, Tyrants. Dude, I have a feeling we lose here. And 10 straight years. And we didn't even make it to the finals, bro. And am I just a walking L? Is this? I might be, man. I might be. I'm, you know what? I'm still going to upload this video. This is pretty embarrassing to not make it. I thought we had a great game plan. And it just did not work out for us today. It just did not go our way at all today. It is what it is, man. I hope you guys enjoyed the video regardless. I apologize for not winning a single championship today and not even making the finals today. But it happens. Maybe to only me. This is Crushables. I'm saying thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.